Hello and welcome back to the What We Said podcast, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Your Valley Girls are back. Better than ever. I mean, it's been like 2 days since we recorded, but at least I'm back. If you're watching YouTube, I don't got my sunglasses on anymore, although it was really nice.
I was this close to wearing sunglasses today.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't do any eye makeup and I was like, that just sounds nice.
Yeah,
I wasn't in the mood to like get super ready. So I might be doing that soon too.
It's nice because these lights really are super bright. Mm-hmm. So it helped a lot.
Yeah, they can give us a headache.
But I'm feeling worlds better.
Good
Today.
Good.
So
Glad you're feeling better.
It's like you said when you had a life-threatening illness and I had the flu for 48 hours. But you really have nothing if you don't have your health. And that's just proven to me month after month at this point. I literally get sick every month. And
when you feel better, you're just like, oh.
Yes. And then I forget a week later.
Yeah, very easy to forget until you're sick again. And then you're like, how did I forget? This is miserable.
Yes. I'm like, every time I get sick, I feel as though my immune system is screwed at this point. I don't even know what, just from everything. I always have sinus issues. If people are getting sick around me, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm getting sick as well. Like, I'm not one of those people that's like, I don't get sick.
Do you think that's recent or?
No, my whole life.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. Like in high school, you probably don't remember, but I was sick a lot. Like I actually got like fevers and things.
Really?
Like,
That doesn't.
Oh,
I mean,
not the money sign again.
cha-ching.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm like, wow, okay.
Those Birkenstocks going crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess I just wouldn't classify you as someone who's like always sick.
Yeah.
I don't think of you that way. Don't worry.
Well, that's good. That's crazy. I don't complain, but yeah, I do get like sick, congested a lot.
Yeah, I guess
I have
you
sinus issues a lot.
Do you think you'll ever get like your deviated septum? Don't you have to get a full-on surgery though to get that fixed?
Maybe. I don't know if it's that. I've gone to an ENT and they've not been like, you need to get this surgery and it'll fix all your problems. They're kind of like, you could, but it's not going to be like the end all be all. So at this point, that would probably be the only thing I would do is like fix the deviated septum and see if that helps a little bit. But
because if it's sinus stuff, that's so nose related.
Yeah, but it also could be allergy, just my immune system. It could be, my microbiome that got messed up at a young age or something.
True.
I did have a lot of infections when I was young, so maybe I got
do remember
on a lot
that.
of antibiotics. So who knows? I'm just dealing with it. It's fine. It's not like the biggest deal, but I do know that I'm not like one of those. I feel like there are people who just never get sick. Like everyone around them will get a cold and they just have an immune system of steel and they won't get sick. And that's not me. But
Dang.
anyways, all that to say, I'll be sick and I'm like, I've got to take care of my immune system. I always feel better when I'm like eating cleaner, when I'm eating healthier, when I'm eating more, when I'm drinking more, and like when I change my morning drink from like a sugary coffee to like coconut water coffee or like coconut water matcha or something. I just feel so much better.
No.
And yet I never learn.
Same. We were just texting. I was like, I've never eaten worse in my life than recently. And, I can blame it on moving, which I think is a pretty valid, it's hard to like be grocery shopping and meal planning and making super healthy, nutritious food when you're like,
you don't even have plates.
Moving. Yeah. You can't even find stuff. Like, so I'm trying to give myself grace, but I also feel like I'm trying to get there. I'm like trying so desperately to get on a routine, but I'm not there yet, but I'm getting closer. But I'm ready we can be on our health grind together, try and help our immune systems and eat better and exercise more and all of that.
Yeah, take your vitamins, supplements. I've been taking my zinc, been taking my magnesium as of yesterday.
Yeah, you can't do it all.
I just forget. I'll be so good for years almost, and then a couple months we'll throw it off, and then I just forget to do it completely.
Yeah.
You know what I love for immunity is Beekeepers Natural. I love that company. I was introduced to them because I went to an event with you.
That was such a cool event.
It was so cool. It's ingrained in my mind. Like the house, the food, the bees.
I know. Oh, we learned all about bees, and it did make me passionate about bees. And now I don't get scared of them.
Same.
Remember?
Same.
We always talk about that because this girl like gave a speech about how she was like so scared of bees. you know, you don't want to get stung by a bee. And then she basically found out how integral bees are in our world and how much they do for us. And she's like, now I just like love bees so much. I'm not scared of them. And she was saying that she feels like they can sense that and they don't like, she's like, a bee could literally land on me. It won't sting me because I just like, I'm not afraid of it. Which they also say that about horses. I'm not there. I am terrified of horses.
Yeah.
But I've tried to adopt that mindset. So if there's ever a bee and everyone's like, oh no, like freaking out, I literally just remain calm and I'm like,
let it
it's
do
just
its
a
thing.
beautiful,
You got to
gorgeous
save
bee.
it.
Yeah. And we can't be killing bees. They're super important.
Speaking of that, did you have a second earring in on this one?
No.
Oh.
Couldn't get it in.
Oh, no, it's closed.
I think it's like closing. It was
gonna
hurting
say,
so
I hope
bad.
it didn't like drop into the couch or
No.
something.
I couldn't get it in my ear this morning.
It
I mean,
hurt?
I was kind of in a rush, so maybe if I tried harder, but it was like kind of hurting and I'm like, whatever, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, not risking it.
So
Sorry to expose you. It's
No,
like
it's
the side
okay.
that's not seen.
yeah, that's why I was
you're
like,
not
it doesn't
matching?
matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Well, those earrings specifically, I thought it was maybe the charm one, and the charms all slipped off because I have been sleeping with those earrings.
Yeah.
Anyways, just looking out for you.
Thank you for exposing my
what I was going to say about the bees is, with going off that thought of not killing bees, the other day we were out and about and there was this little like play thing at the shopping center we like, and it's like a little boat, and Case was playing in it and this other little girl was playing in it, and like her parents were over there, and whatever, there was a bee and it landed in there and it was kind of hurt, like it couldn't fly away. And I was like, oh, okay, well, the kids were like, there's a bee. And I was like, okay, we'll get it. And I like scooped it up with my sunglasses. And I was going to move it into the bush. So I'm like walking. And right before I put it into the bush, it slips off. And I'm like, wait, what? And I like turn around to go look for it. And I cannot see it. I'm like, what happened to it? And
No,
the
you did not
family
step
goes,
on it.
you just stepped on it.
Yikes.
I was like, you're joking. I felt like Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. I was like, we'll save it. Like going to put it in the
Kills it.
flowers, an inch away from safety. I killed it. I felt so bad. They
Was
were like,
it-
you tried. We saw you. You tried.
Oh.
I
Was
felt
it a
dumb.
bee that was in my house that kind of, I did the same thing. I like killed it right before it
like got to freedom?
like I was trying to help it. Or was it a different bug? Weren't you there?
Yeah, I can't
There was
remember.
something flying around. I was like, we were trying not to kill it, and I was trying to get it out. And finally, I just like, I can't even remember what happened. But it
Yeah.
was so close, and I think I
so close to freedom.
yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember what happened. But
It's funny.
I wanted to say that I was shameful after last week's episode. I had a bit of a vulnerability hangover. Is that
Yeah.
what they call it?
Must be.
When you like regret, you know, you go to a party, you maybe say too much or you regret something that you said, you start thinking about it later and you like feel you're cringed out. That's kind of how I felt about the entire episode on Friday after the episode, not during, but in hindsight, I was just like, oh, wow, okay. So I just took over the episode and trauma dumped all my issues, all of my projections and things that I like, just issues and opinions I have about the church, instead of like keeping it lighthearted and talking about how I genuinely did love the show and I love those girls. And instead I like feel like I was literally trauma dumping all of my own religious issues. And I just wanted to come before you humbled. Not necessarily apologize. Like I do stand behind what I said. I guess I don't really regret my thoughts. Like I stand behind those things, but sometimes I just feel as though I don't need to share all of that and I should just not. So
Yeah. I understand the vulnerability hangover 1,000,000%. I thought you were, just sharing your personal experience. I get it. But I also do understand when it's like certain platforms, you're like, is it, the right place? Is it not? And not to say that this is not, but that's why it's extra sometimes. Like, did I say the right thing? Should I have shared that? Was that too deep? Especially if you like get choked up, it's like, oh gosh.
I know.
Again,
really. Yeah.
like I really
don't-
try not to. But
I don't mind. I think the other thing is that goes into my whole religious thing again. I'm like, take
this
the whole
is why
episode
I-
and this is why I did it. No, I think that sometimes, this podcast just feels like our diary and it's our place to just vent or share, whether it's good, bad, just thoughts. And it's not always normal for a bunch of people to hear your deep thoughts about something, like even friends and family, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like other people don't have that. Well, if you don't have a podcast or if you don't share your life publicly, then you don't have to, like, I guess, deal with those repercussions that come from you're just saying all your thoughts, and then all your friends and family are like, hey, I didn't know you felt that way. And you're like, oh, I forgot that everyone's going to listen to this. Like, I should have just kept that to myself. No one even said any, like, none of my family said anything. But it's just like knowing that so many people that I know personally are listening to those like innermost thoughts. I'm like, why did I share that?
Yeah.
What was the point of that? Like, I literally just feel like sometimes once I get on a tangent, especially about something that I am heated about or I'm passionate about, I just like word vomit, and then I regret it. Like afterwards, I'm like, why just keep your mouth shut about that stuff? And not because like to silence myself. It's just not, it doesn't need to be said. I don't know.
Well, and I think also when it's something that comes up while you're recording, it's like there's a feeling that comes up and then you start almost working through it on the podcast.
No.
That's when I feel like, cut that shit out.
Yes.
Like, to myself, not to you. But like when I start literally working through my problems.
No, I was trauma dumping
like,
and then like playing therapist with myself and then going deeper. And I'm like, this was not the point of the episode.
Because then you maybe say something, you're like, that's not quite it. Let's move on to the next thing. But I also, let's go back to that. It's just, it's hard to work it out. If it's something you've thought about and it's really something you know, have worked through, it's easy to verbalize it. But if you're working through it in the present moment,
real time,
it can feel so afterwards, just like, okay, I wish I could have cleaned that up a little bit to be more like how I actually feel instead of so emotionally charged.
Exactly. I feel like I do get emotionally charged.
I thought you did great, by the way. I'm not talking about what you did. I'm speaking for myself the many millions of times I've done that on this podcast.
Well, thank you. I do feel like that, though. I feel like I had a therapy session with myself and it was broadcasted to the world. I didn't even really get super emotional. I think sometimes I just get heated about certain topics like this. And I've realized that, again, I really, truly, there's like all these, I think you were the one who was telling me about how there's all these stages of grief, kind of like stages of leaving religion or whatever.
Stages of spirituality, yeah.
Yeah. And, well, is anger one of them? Or something like that?
Yeah.
Or resentment. Like there's like a certain stage where you're like angry and resentful, but then most of the time you like move on from that and then you kind of are, not that you don't care anymore, but you're just like, you've moved on to a different stage. And I always feel like, oh, I've moved on to that stage. And then something, like I said, watching the show kind of like triggered some feelings for me of just like the whatever, which I already mentioned. I'm not going back into because then I'm going to regret this episode. But then I was like back, and I don't like to have that type of energy where it's like heated and kind of like resentful, and I'm literally projecting my own thoughts and insecurities live for everyone to see. I'm like, okay, that was, I don't even know if
and
people
then we
perceived
end
it
right
that way.
after you talk about it, so then it's hard. Yeah, and
then I'm like, well, see you next week. And I'm like, why did I freaking do that? Like, just stop.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, again, I don't even know if that's how it's perceived, but for me, and I could have been even more heated and been worse, but I just feel like, I was having some just thoughts about that. So wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, I think it is the 7 stages of spirituality. It's very interesting to look into.
When anger isn't even one of them.
No, it is. I'm like, it's not like necessarily feelings. It's like, it's literally like your stage of where you're at spiritually, but it is kind of like in one of the stages, but it's very close to the end, is like resentment or like really disassociating completely from everything religion, spirit, like kind of
like you want like almost so far away from
nothing to do with
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I fear that's.
But it's like the second to last one, I think.
Before I die?
She's like, I'm like, that's when you know it's your time. No, it's second to last of the stages. The very last stage is actually.
Please tell me it's happiness.
No, it is. It's complete contentment, and you almost. I think it phrases it like life is you. Truly accept life as a mystery and like we're living on this earth and we don't know anything, so you almost in a way go back to religion, kind of not like you're going back to a certain church, but you're like you go back to symbolism almost, you know.
I really believed that I was kind of in that stage, but I am not.
It's probably very hard. I'm like coming from someone in the 80s. I'm like, I'm actually the 10th stage.
Triggers me again.
I'm like, I am God. No.
I know. It's a process, and I'm sure my girlies out there who are in similar situations like can maybe relate, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people probably can't, and they're probably like, "Can you please stop?
Yeah.
Can you just like shut up about it?" So I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely, it's impossible to know how it's perceived, and that's not even necessarily what I'm worried about. I guess I just for myself, I'm like, I need to have some boundaries sometimes of what I yap about so that I don't have
I feel
regrets, like there's no need to be sharing every single detail. But at the same time, I do have strong opinions and like about
which are valid. And it's like stories, some of them. It's like personal experiences, which is powerful to share. But I do know what you mean. It's just like emotional, and whenever you're emotional, it's just hard.
And it's such a just very, very
the most
tricky
sensitive
and sticky and sensitive topic. I think that's really what it is. Is it's not like I'm speaking on a personal experience of, oh, I moved a lot growing up. Here's how it affected me. It's like I'm speaking about something that people hold so near and dear to them, and that I did at one point too. So it's a very, very sensitive topic.
It kind of just gets everyone fired up, no matter where they're at. Honestly,
exactly.
Except for the 7th stagers.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. But like literally everyone, it's like whether you've been there and you can relate to the journey, or whether you're, still in the church
currently, or
it's
you're
just
about to be in it.
Everyone's getting fired up. They're
Totally.
either on the defense or they're on the offense.
Yeah.
It's very rare to just be like, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. We absolutely love Squarespace. We have for so long. It's one of our sponsors. I feel like we've had the longest relationship with, because we've used it for literally so many of our side businesses, our main businesses. We've used it to sell courses. I've used it to sell different digital goods. We've sold merch on there. JC's used it for photo stuff and presets. It is literally the one-stop shop. If you have a business, an online business, and you are wanting to sell goods or services, anything like that, you can also use it to book appointments. I've done that with Squarespace, and it's also seamless. You can make a beautiful website. It's all so nice. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms.
They have so many different product features on Squarespace. They have, you can sell custom merch, create a passive income stream that engages your audience and scales your brand. You can sell your products on an online store, whether they're physical, digital, or service products. So if you are selling like courses, or if you're any type of coach and you want to set up like a calendar with appointments, you can do that, or you can sell obviously physical goods as well. They also have an asset library that makes it so easy and seamless to upload, organize, and access all your content from one place. You can manage all your files from one central hub and use them across the Squarespace platforms. They also just have such nice website templates. They're really professional, and you can customize your look, update content, and add features to fit your unique needs. And you don't have to, be super techie. It's really, really easy and user-friendly to use. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/whatwesaid to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Again, that's squarespace.com/whatwesaid to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Check it out. I'm always so happy that we have a Clean Simple Eats code. People message us about it all the time asking for what it is, because they have such great protein powder and tons of just different products. So they actually just launched their clear protein in a can, which is such an innovative product. It's really, really cool. Leif, Keaton, and I, we were all drinking the clear protein during our move because they have clear protein with added like caffeine with energy as well. So we were getting a little energy boost as well, but they also have it without caffeine if you prefer. But it is refreshing, delicious, and perfect for on the go. There's a lot of hype around clear protein right now, and for good reason. It's unlike anything you've tried before because it drinks more like a juice instead of a milk, but each can contains 20 grams of grass-fed whey protein, which I still don't even understand how they did this. Literally tastes like you're drinking just like a juice, and you can have it with like I said, with energy as well, and you're getting protein, which I just feel like is best case scenario. They have 4 different flavors: blue raz, dragon fruit, tropical orange, and prickly pear, made with absolutely no artificial ingredients. And they even have a variety pack to try all the flavors.
It's made with only 8 ingredients, and it is ultra filtered protein, and it's lactose free, which is really nice if you are allergic to lactose or lactose intolerant. You can pour it over ice when you're enjoying it at home, or you can just keep the cans chilled in the fridge, or, easy grab and go when you're out running errands or headed to the gym. We love Clean Simple Eats because their protein is always third-party tested, non-GMO, and gluten-free. So visit cleansimpleeats.com and use the code WhatWeSaid10 at checkout for 10% off your order. That's cleansimpleeats.com, code WhatWeSaid10 for 10% off your order. Go check it out. Yeah.
So
it's so complicated. And I don't think that there's ever, all that being said, even about the 7 stages or whatever that is, that's just one person's theory. It's like, I feel like there's a reason that humans found spirituality and religion, and we're meant to just work through it our entire lives. Like, there's no destination. I know it's cheesy, but there's no destination. It's just something you're constantly working on and going in your own direction and your path. And what TikToker was it? They're like, I was just on my walk and someone just said the most profound thing to me. Like, they were on the phone with someone else and they're like, the obstacles on your path are your path. And he was like, what did you just say? Like, they were on the phone passing it. And she's like, oh, I'm talking to someone. But I said, like, the obstacles on your path are your path.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Like, I did not expect that at my morning walk. But it's true.
Yeah.
It's just your path is your own path. And you're meant to work through things your own way. And
yeah, there's always going to be.
And it's really
obstacles.
comforting, though, when you can relate to other people on their path as well.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I think becoming a parent, having a huge shift in just my life has like almost not made me spiral again, but like has made me revisit a lot of things that I felt like I already worked through, like just revisiting kind of my childhood and like the kind of parent that I want to be. And just all of these, I guess, choices that you make when you have a baby, like when you are religious, if you like want to get your baby blessed in the church, like there's certain milestones or things that you do. So now that I have my own child, it's like I've been
forced to face
those things and rethink about those things. So I think it's been on my mind a lot, and then blah blah blah. So that's the reason for like the charged conversation where I'm
resurgence.
like, oh, like I'm just feeling all these different emotions now that I think I'm in a different stage of life. I'm like revisiting a lot of that.
So. Oh my gosh, having a kid is like the ego death of all ego deaths. You just are shattered to the foundation of who you are. It's like, okay, everything I thought I knew. Let's try that again.
Just like, who am I? What do I want for her? I'm literally creating someone's childhood.
Exactly.
Like, it's, me going back and again, trying to be like, I love these certain things that I learned. So how can I like incorporate that into her life and into her childhood without maybe some of the baggage and whatever else? Like,
and I find it to be very confusing. If you truly love who you are, you're like, wait, okay.
It's almost worse.
Yeah, because you're like, I love who I am. So how do I recreate this in a way without things that I don't love about myself? But like overall, isn't that why I love myself? So how do I go about this? And obviously, this is a completely different time as well as when we grew up. So how do I, make that my own? And obviously, they're different with different personalities. So you can't just use the same template. It's like, I'm not the same mom my mom was just because we're different people, but it's just.
And because it is a different time, you really can't recreate, even if you were to be like fully still, trying to like do the same thing your parents did, it would still be different because of like the generation we're in. It's just a different time. So it already is different. And then add on the other layer of you're kind of raising your kids a whole different way. It's not that it's, well, I guess it is scary to a degree, but I don't know. It's not that I think you can't raise your kids with such good morals and stuff outside of it, because I absolutely do believe that. But it is just like
it's the only one you've known.
Yeah.
You only have one childhood. So you only know the childhood you had. So it's very easy that's why cycles repeat, because it's very easy to just be like, okay, well, this is what I had. So what should I do?
Yeah.
You have to look outside yourself, look at other people, other cultures, other parents. And it's kind of fun. You just get to make your own, like, TikTok and Instagram are really amazing, honestly, for that. For
like new
social
ideas
media
and stuff.
Yeah, and just parenting in general. Even I was telling you this in the car, but I I've had the nicest interactions with other mothers in
person,
in public places when, you know, you're having a kid who's upset and maybe making, you know, some noise or crying, or you're trying to work through a temper tantrum, whatever it is. And I had this lady come up to me. Case was super sad at the store. Again, he'd missed a nap. And he was just sad and crying. And this girl came up to him and tried to make him happy and like showed him her dog. I was like, this is Emmy. Do you like dogs? First of all, Case is so loyal to Sophie. He will not pet other dogs. He loves them. He'll be like, hi, that's such a cute puppy. He'll like bark at them. He'll like jump. And then they say, you want to pet him? He goes, no, I have my own dog. He says those exact words. I have my own dog. I have Sophie. I'm like, okay, loyal king.
That's actually hilarious. That's so
like thinks that it's just like a betrayal of all betrayals.
That is so funny.
But anyways, this girl was saying, not to toot my own horn, but she was like, you're doing so good. Like, you're so calm. Like, I never brought my kids anywhere because I was so scared of like, what if this happens in the middle of the store? And I was like, well, to be honest, we have TikTok now and like social media, and they tell you exactly what to do in these situations. And there's a couple people who have different ideas, and you just try it out and see what works for you. I would never have known that if I just had to sit at home. And my mom was saying, like, when she was pregnant, they had one book. It was like what to expect when you're expecting.
Yeah.
And that's all you had, which in some ways is good. But other ways, I think it's really nice that we have like, this is how you do this. It's like, oh, okay, well, I only know what my parents did. And, you know, if it worked, great. But if it didn't, maybe let's look at other people's, you know, things.
The world is kind of our oyster at this point.
Yeah.
It's like there's so many different techniques or ideas out there that you can utilize. Yeah, it's true.
Exactly.
I know. I love it. I do love the internet for that reason.
I know. It's so nice.
It can be overwhelming, but it can also be a great resource. Yeah.
Do you have any other updates?
Well, let me check my phone.
How's the house?
The house is great. I was just posting about how I lost all my workout clothes, which I'm actually I'm sad about.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I am really sad because I had a pretty good collection of just core workout items that I like, just kind of a workout uniform, you know, that I wear a lot. So I had like 3 or 4 pairs of leggings that I would wear all the time, a few shorts, and sports bras that I would like, or workout tanks that I would switch between. And they're all gone. So all I have is I had one pair of leggings and one workout tank that I brought to that like rental with us because I was like 9 months pregnant, and I was like, well, I'm not going to even fit into this, and then I'm going to be postpartum and I can't even work out for 6 weeks, and by that time we'll like live in our house. So it's really pointless for me to bring much workout stuff. So I only brought like literally one item of each, and that's all I still have currently. So I literally have I have one pair of leggings at this point. My update was going to be that the Pilates princess has returned, but she had to cancel her class this morning because she didn't have any clothes to wear. I literally was like, I don't have actually one thing. I was thinking, okay, I can wear like sweats or pajama pants. These are so heavy. I'm like, no. I can't wear this to Pilates. Yeah. So I canceled my class this morning because I couldn't find them still. Yeah. I was thinking I was going to take the morning to really dive through and look through my boxes. Can't find them anywhere.
Dang.
I swear to you, it's all gone. So I'm now rebuilding my exercise clothes collection, I guess. I just did a question box. I was like, where are we shopping for workout clothes lately? Yeah. So I guess that'll be fun to rebuild. Not fun for my bank account, but maybe my workout clothes wouldn't even fit anyway. Probably not. So
yeah,
I don't know if I could have fit into my old stuff. So maybe
it's fun to get fresh.
Yeah, fresh vibes for the new fitness journey, I guess. Yeah. But I've been seriously putting off like working out until I find the clothes, because I'm like, well, I need to wear. Yeah. I can't be wearing like pajamas or sweats. And yeah, I've been putting it off. I'm like, okay, they're gone. Yeah, they literally don't exist. And a bunch of people were messaging me they're like, yep, I lost all my my box full of all my shorts, like when I was moving, or I lost all my kitchen utensils. I lost all my, like, there's like one box gets like I don't know what happens to it.
Where? I don't know. That's the thing about lost things. It is somewhere. Where the hell is it? I don't know. It didn't just disintegrate.
I know. But it's like, did it get
cabinet
taken
somewhere?
on accident to the dump, you know what I mean? Or like on accident to Goodwill.
That would probably honestly be the most, now that you're saying that.
Because boxes are just boxes and maybe they think it's empty. I don't know. But we had movers from the old house to like storage. We had movers who did that. But then we didn't have movers when we did storage to this new house. We just rented a U-Haul. So I don't know. First of all, I don't know in which direction it got lost.
Yeah.
There was 2 different moves. So I don't know. I don't know what happened, but
that makes more sense that it got lost than like you go straight from one place to the other. It's just not there.
Yeah.
You're like, what's happening?
Yeah, I don't get it. But a ton of people were commiserating with me. So I guess it's common. They're like, yep, I lost I don't know where the heck all my, like a rug, all my kitchen pieces. Like there's certain things that people just lose. It's
I lost
so
my
bizarre.
freaking huge checked bag, my away suitcase.
Yeah.
That's huge. And it's so hard and it's very obvious. Like,
makes
where
no sense.
is that?
Makes
where
no sense.
could it be?
I don't know. So I guess catch me slowly building a new collection.
Yeah.
And after that, the update will be that I have returned. I have returned to Pilates. We went to a class. I've been to like 2 classes now. I'm going to go to more this coming week, hopefully.
Yeah.
I order some, or I just need to wash the stuff I have.
Yeah.
I wore it twice. Like
it was to its
and
limit.
I'm like, I can't wear this again. I need to wash it. But I didn't have time before the class, blah, blah, blah. I should have prepared more.
Yeah,
But,
I know.
yeah.
I'm getting punished for working out because
you've been getting sick?
Yeah, I've just been getting so I went on a run the day that I got sick, pretty much. Like that morning I went on a run and I'd been to Pilates the day before that. And then 2 days before that I went to another one and I was just like still sore. I think I should have like spaced out. It's so annoying to know like the perfect amount to do. You're like, okay, well, should I push myself?
I know. And then
Actually,
you get
harder to listen to your body than you think.
It is. Because you're like, well, it's okay to be sore. It's okay to like push through. But
you don't want to be run down.
Right. And then you get sick and fatigued and you're like, oh, cool. Now I have to take another week off. And then you get into a cycle of you're not on a routine yet. And
then if you do push too hard like I did, it's like, okay. So I was like, okay, I'm starting again. This is going to hurt at the beginning. But then I went too hard and literally my doctor was like, don't work out for like a week. So then it's like, okay, now I'm set back for another week. And then it's going to be just as hard when I go back again.
Yep, it's so annoying.
Wow.
But you know what? Like maybe a year from now, we'll just be in such a
We will. I know
routine.
it's going to happen. I just keep remembering that. Like after I was about a year postpartum, I was in my routine. I was feeling so good. I'm like, just
wait
have
it out.
patience and keep moving forward.
Yes.
Keep chugging along.
Yes.
It'll come.
It'll come. I know. I really stop to think sometimes about how I actually still am so fresh. Like from having Benny.
Exactly.
Because I'll be like, I feel like life doesn't feel like normal yet. And then I like really think about how long it's been. I'm like, I'm not, it's been a few months. Like I am not that far into this journey. And we literally were renovating a house, moving. Like I need to
relax,
chill with the like trying to get on the routine too fast. Little Benny update is that, oh my gosh, I am so obsessed with her. She's so fun and cute. She's really starting to smile like a lot now, where every time I like get her up from a nap, she's smiling and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm obsessed. It's
Amazing.
So fun. Obviously, I was obsessed with her before, but now that she's actually given us something back where it's like, you know, they're kind of just a blob and they just
the bond is growing.
Yes. And now she just like looks into her eyes and smiles and I'm just like, wow. And she's super like talkative. You know, she's just making noises now. But she'll like make a new noise and we're like, a new one unlocked. Cute. It's so fun.
It's so exciting.
Yes.
Every day is exciting.
Yes, it really is. She just puts me in a good mood.
She's so freaking cute.
She's so cute. We took the babies to LA. Did we already say that?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Well, they did great.
Yeah, they did great.
They did so good. It was kind of giving me hope for like
the future.
I was like, okay, that was, you know, that was good. It's good to have that experience to go out and be like, you're obviously going to have
pushing yourself.
Yes. The opposite experience sometimes where you're like, oh, that was so chaotic.
I'll never do that again.
Yeah. It's nice to have good ones where you're like, okay, cool. That was not the worst thing. It was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, but things have been good. I wanted to ask you something. We have 2 product recommendations for the Valley Girls. You guys are going to love these as much as we do. the Impress No Glue Manis and Impress Press On Falsies lashes. They both require no glue, so they don't damage your natural nails and your lashes. It is literally one step and you're done. There's no mess, no annoying drying times. This is so nice to elevate your look without breaking the bank, going to a nail salon, or getting your lashes done. I personally love a false lash for a night out or for a photo shoot. They have endless lash options. They have really natural looking ones, which I prefer. They also have voluminous and wispy ones if you want a more bold look. I love putting lashes on the outer corners of my eyes to really make my makeup pop a little more, and it also always photographs really well. The press-on falsies have a unique under lash application for a seamless look and have a self-stick technology that keeps them secure and in place for up to 24 hours. They're really simple and easy to put on. Sometimes false lashes can feel intimidating, but these ones make it super easy. You can wear them every day or for special occasions.
Having my nails done is something that helps me feel put together. I feel like it completes an outfit, and it's just a simple way to upgrade my look and make me feel extra confident. The Impress Press-On Manis are so great and easy to use. No glue needed, just peel, press, and go. They have different color options, so you can get French tips, neutrals, bold colors like red, perfect for fall. They have a patented super hold adhesive for up to a 7-day secure hold. Impress nails have a comfortable and natural feel and fit, which is really nice. And most importantly, they don't damage your natural nails. These are beauty must-haves, and it's so nice that you can use them quickly and effectively from home. Of course, we have a code for you guys, so visit impressbeauty.com/whatwesaid and use code whatwesaid at checkout for 25% off Impress Manicure and Press-On Falsies. That's code whatwesaid for 25% off Impress Manicure and Press-On Falsies. Go check it out.
I saw Cameron Oakes post about how she was talking about odd and even days of the week.
Okay.
Did you happen to see this video?
No.
What do you think are the even and the odd days of the week? Because I have what I think, and then what I was seeing was different, and I was like, oh, I want to know what you think.
Oh, that's
and then
interesting.
We can compare.
My first reaction is that Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are even. And
Yes.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday are odd.
That's what I think.
Okay. Because it's
The
like
majority
Monday
was-
is one to me.
Yes. The majority is opposite.
Really?
They think that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are
even?
even, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday are odd. That's what I was reading. I'm pretty sure because I was like, what?
Interesting.
I think the same. I'm like, Monday's the start of the week, 1. Tuesday is 2. Tuesday and Thursday are so clearly even to me.
Yeah.
And Monday, Wednesday, Friday are odd, but
Interesting.
Anyway, just
they
a
just have odd
concept.
vibes.
yeah.
And Saturday has the most even energy there ever was.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Yeah. Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday's so even. You can't tell me that's odd.
Yeah. Anyway, thought it was interesting.
Because Sunday feels like almost odd to me too. Sunday just doesn't even exist to me. It's just the break.
Wait,
it's a
so-
space. What are you thinking? Because there's 7 days.
No, wait. You're saying Saturday's even?
Yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Those are even. And Monday, Wednesday, Friday are odd.
Because Saturday's kind of feeling odd to me.
Really? Not to me.
But Sunday is also feeling odd.
Because Friday kind of feels odd to me. Because Friday feels like the first day of the weekend. So then it's like 1. Saturday is 2. It's like 2 is the middle.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to go back to the TikTok and read the comments. But I remember thinking, everyone's like, oh yeah, Monday's odd or Monday's even. Because it's like the start. And I'm like,
absolutely odd.
no, it's odd.
I don't know what about it, but there's like, what's that called? When you see
And
colors?
Wednesday is 3. Like Wednesday is
Yeah,
3.
exactly.
Friday is
and Friday
5.
is 5.
Yeah.
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 And
Comment down
Saturday
below.
has no numbers attached to it, but it feels even to me.
Okay.
And Sunday doesn't exist to me. Like it really
Same.
doesn't. It's not odd or even to me. It's
Same.
just, it is. It's the restart.
Goes back into religious trauma. I'm like, and Sunday.
That's the Sabbath, so you should
when
not
I
be
think of
thinking
that.
about anything. I went back after we talked about this onto the comments of our last video about the 12 hours thing. And I was dying laughing. Because you guys knew what I meant. Like, I even said the 6 p.m. Like, come on, you knew what I meant. But the fact that I was just like, yeah, there's 12 hours.
I'm more concerned that I didn't bat an eye. I'm like,
funny.
yep.
You took the yes and improv note.
Yeah.
and ran
No,
with it.
I literally didn't even notice.
That's great. That's actually great improv of you. You're supposed to always say yes and. You're not supposed to be like, no.
Right. You just go along
You say yes
with it.
and. You're right.
Oh, wow.
That was bad. That was pretty bad.
Improving sounds like the most terrifying. Imagine they say get on a stage and improv.
Yeah, that's what we did, remember?
What? With Chester and Jasper?
No, remember we went on tour?
Oh, yeah. True.
Here's the script.
Essentially, I guess we did do that, which is kind of crazy. But I'm just saying, like
an actual improv show.
Yeah, an improv show. Get on stage and start talking. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Especially in front of random people. Like,
no,
I would
so
never.
Vulnerable.
The only reason that touring and doing our live shows is okay is because everyone in the audience knows us.
Yeah.
They wouldn't come to the show if they didn't think that we
they
all
already
kind of had
funny.
the same humor or something. Mm-hmm. If I'm put in front of a random audience, whoa. No, honey.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no.
Also,
I'd be booed off the stage.
I was thinking about the fact that like musicians, comedians, even live podcast shows, they'll always talk about how they drink before. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, of course. Like we
loosen you up.
Yeah, like to loosen themselves up, make themselves not nervous. They're like, oh yeah, I take like a shot or two before I go out there. We've been raw dogging. We got our water and our matchas.
Yeah, and maybe some hummus and chips.
Maybe some hummus and chips and a Shirley Temple backstage. Shirley
Temple probably helps.
True.
That's a sugar rush.
True. But you know what I mean? I'm like, wow,
no, we need to
kudos to us.
We need to start with like Celsius or something. Or we need to have an espresso machine backstage. We got to do something.
We got to do something because that's kind of crazy.
We'll have like a matcha at 11 a.m. and then we'll do the show at 6 p.m.
At our slump. Like, what are we doing?
At the slump of the day and when our caffeine hits.
No, you know what?
We've cracked the code. Next tour is going to be even better. Imagine.
I remember when we did our first ever live show with Kristen and Lexi.
I know what you're about to say.
I drank a Celsius Heat before. Has 300 milligrams of caffeine. It was 7 p.m. at night. I was holding a paper and literally my hands were like this. Shaking so much. And I'm like, wait, I'm not even nervous. I'm so shaky from this caffeine. I remember saying that on stage. I'm like, if my hands are actually shaking so much, I promise I'm not freaking out and nervous. I'm just having the caffeine jitters.
Yeah, that is crazy. Remember we used to freaking pound Celsius.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I used to have like at least one full a day.
Yes, I loved Celsius.
I still
I'm
want
kind of
Celsius.
down for like a Celsius and a gym sesh. Doesn't that sound kind of fun? Like cracking open a cold Celsius, like peach Celsius, and going to the gym.
I can see it now.
It sounds kind of fun. Did you cancel your gym membership?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, the one that I wasted lots of money on.
I know.
Yeah. It's just I always go to classes or
like at other places.
Yeah, I literally never used it. And neither did Nick. Like we would be like, oh, the sauna. We go to the sauna. It's like, well, we can go to a sauna place. We don't have to pay an astronomical amount of money.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't get one. I probably should know better.
No, unless you're like,
but I like weightlifting a lot. And I've been thinking about how I kind of want to like weightlift and do Pilates. And we don't currently have our like
I would go to a much cheaper gym than that one.
Okay.
If you're still going to some sort of class and that's not in that gym, if you do everything at that gym, it's worth it. But if you do anything outside of that gym, like if you have like a Pilates class, if you have a cycling you like outside, it's just not worth the money. It's really not. Yeah. Especially if you're just weightlifting.
Yeah.
It's not like the weights are made out of gold or something.
True.
It's the facility that makes it so nice. And if you're not utilizing the facility,
then why? Yeah.
There's plenty of other nice gyms that are not that expensive, truly.
I feel like I would have to justify, like if I was going to pay for a gym, I need to go every day and utilize the other stuff too. Like the pool or whatever, the stuff that I can't get other places.
Yeah. I would say if you get the itch, not just like the beginning itch, if your skin is burning, like every day you're like, I really wish I was going to the gym. I really wish I was going to the gym. Not just one day of like, the gym would be nice.
Yeah, so true. Plus, I'm not even wanting to lift super heavy. I just got my dumbbells out of storage, like just my little ones to do like at home stuff. So maybe I'll start with that and then I'll see where I'm at in like a month
Yeah.
or something. But
Yeah.
it's sometimes I think it does feel nice to like get out of the house to work out.
Yeah, for
not
sure.
be in the house. But not worth it if it's so expensive and you don't even utilize it too much.
And they're like mid-tier gyms that aren't super expensive, but they have everything you need for weightlifting. And it's just like weightlifting.
You guys
gym.
did use it at the beginning,
Yeah,
right?
at the beginning.
Did you ever think it was worth it, or was the whole
because
time?
I was using the pool. I wasn't going to any. But as soon as I started training for my half marathon, when I started running and then I started going to Pilates, I was like, well, I'm coming here like I'm spending so much money on workout stuff.
Yeah.
But when I was just swimming and I would just do like, actually when I was pregnant, I used it more because I would just do weights. But yeah, if you're doing any other classes, I feel like it's
Just not worth it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yep.
Do you have anything else that you wanted to chat about?
No, we can keep moving.
Okay.
Keep moving and grooving.
Oh, we had the most shocking experience, Leif and I. The other day we were driving. It was like nearing nighttime, kind of like dusk. And we were at a main intersection and a dog, probably a golden doodle, was just running free, like in the streets. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever witnessed.
What?
It didn't.
While cars were going?
Like a main intersection, like and you're going 50 miles an hour. And this dog had gotten loose and like people were trying to wrangle it. But you know how when a dog is running away, like
it's like
you
it's a
run
game.
towards it, it like runs further. It's so hard to catch a dog who's just, off just roaming. And it had a collar on and stuff. I couldn't figure out like whose dog it was. But basically everyone like was trying to stop and be like, don't come. But people are coming 50 miles an hour. People are turning. They have no idea that a dog is running around. I'm not kidding. I watched a car be 5 inches from that dog multiple times going 50 miles an hour. Like I thought we were going to witness the worst thing we've ever seen. And we tried to stop, like it ran off into the side of the road, kind of into some bushes. And so we stopped and Leif tried to like get out to get it. But then it ran across the other, across the main road again. Anyway, and then we went into this parking lot to try and find it. We couldn't find it. There were a lot of people on the case, on the scene, but I'm like, we don't know what happened because it was time for Benny to like just eat and go to bed. And so we stayed as long as we could to try and find it. We couldn't find it, but it was so stressful. And I cannot imagine being that dog's owner. And I'm like, what is the answer in this situation? Like, what does everyone do?
Yeah,
it's
I wonder
so
if it got off the leash while they were walking or if they don't even know it's gone, like got out of the backyard or something.
Yeah, I don't know what the situation was. And it was just a very like, just seemed like a fun, goofy dog who was just running around. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm about to witness the worst thing to ever happen.
Oh, that's
like,
so sad.
It was so sad. And it was seriously
That's terrifying.
Just by a hair. Like a car would zoom by or turn right and it would just like almost hit the dog. And then the dog would run in a different direction. Another car would come and we'd just be like, I was seriously clenching. I didn't even want to look because I was so scared I was gonna.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so sad.
I know. I really
hope it
that
just ran home.
I know, me too. I really hope it ended up being
okay
and safe. But I guess that was kind of a pointless story to tell because there's like no resolution. But it was just crazy, and I'm like, wow, what do you even do? What do you do in this situation?
Yeah.
We had you guys write in some things that you've done that were really petty to get revenge on people. Petty revenge stories. And I think we should read a few of them.
I think so too, and I'll go first.
Okay.
I had a bad best friend breakup. Or boyfriend sorry. I thought that I was going to get that right and I got it wrong. I had a bad BF breakup as boyfriend. We made him and his roommates cookies with lots of Miralax and left them on their porch. That is...
I wonder if they were like...
They ate them?
Yeah, or if they were like, okay, we know these girls are out to get us.
Yeah.
You know.
I doubt they... Well, maybe they're just like, ooh, cookies.
Miralax, man. That stuff works.
It does.
Have you taken that anytime recently?
I have not, no.
I took that kind of recently. And
cleared you out?
It did its job for sure.
Cleared
Do you know
ya?
what actually like I think it was when I was pregnant in the early stages, you can deal with some stuff getting just, not running smoothly. And I drank, or was it when I was pregnant? I think it was. I drank that like Smooth Move tea. Have you ever tried that?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That gets things
Did it
moving.
get things moving?
Yeah.
But it took a long time. That's the problem. It takes like 12 hours or something.
Yeah.
So you have to like drink it the night before and then the day, whatever.
You want
But I was
instant
like, wow,
relief.
that was a lot.
Yeah.
That was quite a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, my stepdad called me a whore. I wasn't. I wasn't.
I wasn't. Thank you for
like-
the clarification.
Thank you. So I peed in his expensive hair loss shampoo and his body wash bottles.
Stop.
Love you, girls. Oh, don't worry. There's a whole landscaping crew outside with the loudest leaf blowers on the planet.
Going crazy.
Sorry if you can hear that, everyone.
My okay, I keep saying best friend. My BF cheated on me with a girl who had no idea he and I were dating. They had been sleeping together for like 6 months, and when we both found out, she slashed all of his tires.
Go off.
I'm going to turn my head to this one. I can't see.
I can't see. I'm blind.
Literally me.
Slashing tires is pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy, and it's like property. It's a crime, but
But I fully believe cheating should be a crime.
Yes.
Like punishable by law.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
And if it's not, sometimes you have to take things into your own hands.
Totally. That you should have to have real consequences for cheating. I really believe that.
Especially if you're married, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Because then it makes it more legal. Like,
it's like, what do you mean?
You have more
vowed to
evidence,
each other.
yeah.
We vowed to each other, and it's a legal document. You broke that.
Yeah.
You're going to jail. Why do you get off? Is the phrase scotch-free or scot-free?
I think it's Scotch. Let me look it up.
I think it's Scott.
Let me look it up. I think you were just going to say the opposite of what I said. I think it is.
Like, yeah, I think it's this. No, scot-free, I think it's...
Scotch. I think everyone thought it was scot-free. That's why I think it is Scotch-free.
Okay.
It is... Wait. It is scot-free.
It is?
Yeah. But it's kind of confusing me. Yeah, it's Scott, SCOT free.
What does it mean? What is the definition?
To be completely free from harm, penalty, or obligation.
Now, where did that come from? Scot-free. Why does that?
I don't know. Getting off scot-free. It originates from the Scandinavian word scat, which means tax or payment.
Not having to pay for your...
so scat-free.
So it's actually scat. Okay. Well, yeah, they shouldn't be allowed to get off scot-free.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Okay. In high school... Oh, my boyfriend cheated on me. In high school, my boyfriend cheated on me, and I went to Petco and bought 500 crickets and let them loose in his car. Think smarter, not harder, ladies.
Oh, that would be
Crickets?
so annoying. That's the best kind of revenge. It's just annoying revenge.
Mm-hmm.
And who was getting revenge on you with the prank calls?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because you got me, you're annoying.
That is an annoying revenge to do.
Yes. That is really annoying. I'm not going to give people more ideas, but there are more things like that where it's just like, oh, wow, this is so annoying.
Yeah.
And it's just like something that complicates my life a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not harmful.
No, exactly.
In middle school, I guess I did something to piss off one of my friends. She, in return, filled my water bottle with toilet water. Luckily, I noticed something was off before I drank any. Okay, but toilet water, if it's like before the toilet, I guess if it touches the toilet, that's disgusting. I would say the actual water that goes in the toilet is clean water. But if it's after it's in the bowl, that's disgusting.
It doesn't even matter because if it's just touching the toilet,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If it's already in the bowl,
if it's in the toilet bowl, it's already contaminated. Yeah, that is actually repulsive. Yeah, and could literally give her a freaking infection. That's disgusting.
Yeah. We're gonna jump into an ad to talk about Alterna. So as pioneers of alternative hair care, Alterna gets its name from being one of the first, if not the first, skincare-inspired hair care brands on the market. So just like your skin, repairing and caring for your hair is vital for it to be healthy. I know this, I feel like maybe more than others because I've had to take extra good care of my hair throughout the years because I get breakage so easily. I feel like my hair can get super fragile and I'm always making sure that I'm not being too harsh on it, whether that be with chemicals or, different sun exposure, things like that. So it's just really nice for hair care companies to put in the extra effort to make sure you're protecting your hair. Their products also contain an age control complex, which is based on the science of anti-aging skincare. So people normally only associate anti-aging with your body's physiological age, but hair aging is different. As soon as your hair grows from out of your head, it starts aging and is affected by the sun, heat, tools, brushing, and all types of everyday factors.
Alterna's age control complex is formulated with antioxidants to help undo the effects of intrinsic, chemical, and environmental aging and protect against future damage. Alterna is not just a product or a brand, but a lifestyle upgrade. Also, the formulations are divine, from the luxurious scents. The signature fragrance in their moisture collection is green tea and bergamot. The product packaging, which has a unique mechanism for dispensing the product, to the rich lather. Also, caviar is not just in the name or tossed in for fancy marketing. There's actual caviar extract in all the products, which is one of the richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids. And most of us take omega-3 vitamins, so we're familiar with their great benefits. Fatty acids are known to help replenish the hair's natural lipid layer for better moisture retention, smoothness, and shine. So true luxury is not a matter of what something costs, but the expectation that it delivers. We could go on and on about the many benefits of these products, helping with the overall vibrancy, elasticity, and manageability of your hair. But this is one of those areas where you got to try it for yourself. So learn more and pick up some product at your local Ulta or on Amazon.com. That's Alterna, spelled Alterna, Alterna, the caviar of hair care. We are so excited that Pharmacy is sponsoring What We Said podcast, you guys. We're very excited to have a code that I personally will be using to replenish 2 products that they sent to us that I am genuinely obsessed with. One is their honey vanilla lip smoothie. I think this is one of my favorite lip products I've ever used. I just put my mom onto it. She's obsessed as well. It's so smooth and silky, and just, I am genuinely in love with it. We're always talking about how we're trying to incorporate healthy, fresh ingredients into our food and into our drinks. And that's also something that we should definitely be thinking about with our skin. So Pharmacy has farm fresh ingredients that feed your skin. They combine rich farm-grown ingredients with clinically proven results. Their products hydrate, cleanse, and nourish your skin and just give you such a gorgeous, dewy look. I really, really love all of their products. I've also used their cleansing balm and I really, really like that too. Pharmacy is available exclusively at Sephora, or you can visit pharmacybeauty.com and use our code What We Said for 20% off.
Usually when I try out a new skincare, I'll try out one product and add it to my routine that I already have. And Pharmacy has slowly dominated the entire routine because all of their products, first of all, just look so good and they feel so good on my skin. They're so hydrating. I love their essence, which is their honey milk hydrating essence. I like to pat that on after I put on my cleanser and right before I put on the moisturizer. Their honey halo moisturizer is so amazing. Okay, this is really not even that important to anyone else, but it's very important to me. Lots of moisturizers will come with like a little scooper thing.
Applicator thing.
Yeah, an applicator, and then you lose it because it's plastic. It doesn't go. They have this little stainless steel one, and it's a magnet to the lid, so you never lose it. And you can use it every single time you apply it. It's so thoughtful, and that's like all their branding. All of their products are so thoughtful. And this moisturizer really is so hydrating. I've been using it, and I absolutely love it. They use actively rich, real ingredients. So fresh apples, papaya, and honey. Eco-conscious, sustainable packaging. These products just feel good, and they do good too. Their partnership with Feeding America helps reduce food waste and donates to communities in need across the country. So drench your skin in honey hydration. Visit pharmacybeauty.com, that's pharmacy with an F, and use code What We Said for 20% off your order. That's 20% off your order at FARMACY beauty.com with code What We Said. Go check them out.
When I was 12, I got in a huge fight with my sister, so I poured canola oil into her foundation bottle. She could never figure out what was making her break out.
Come on.
I'm not proud of it, but we can laugh about it now.
Girl,
that's bad.
That's diabolical. She's breaking
That
out.
makes me feel so disgusted. Imagine putting canola oil all over your face every day.
It's so oily.
So clogging.
With the foundation. Ooh, that's so bad.
It backfires. Her skin's like glowing.
Yeah. She's actually
So
just slugging
oily.
every night.
Yeah. Ew, that's bad.
Please don't judge me, but when any girl has really pissed me off or said anything mean to any of my sisters, I would message them off my fake Instagram account that was of a man and then ask them why they had such manly features on their Instagram picture comments and if used to be a man.
And if they used to be a man.
Oh, and if they used to be a man. Not the petty comments under the pictures.
That
Not
is
just a
mean.
DM, but like a comment. So everyone can see. No, please don't judge me.
That is mean.
I'm not one to judge.
We're not judging. So holier than thou. We would never judge you. That's actually.
But I would never do that.
I put my stupid ex-boyfriend from high school who cheated on me with my best friend, his phone number on Craigslist for having free pygmy goats. I ended up hearing from a friend of his that he had to change his phone number because so many people were blowing him up.
Yeah, we've heard that one once or twice. The Craigslist. Call me. Oh, by the way, I didn't give an update last week, but I got scammed. The bench was a scam. And I posted on my Instagram story on Tuesday, but like people can't see it. I'm not just going to have a highlight that says, is the bench a scam? So this is the update. It was completely a scam. It was
Please
so
read
sad.
his final message.
I don't know if I screenshot it and it got reported, so I don't have it. But oh, I do have the message. Let me see. I think I sent it to you, didn't I?
I think you sent it to me. You just said, I'm devastated.
I'm so sad, you guys. You don't even understand the way. First of all, Nick was like, I told Nick, because he doesn't listen to the podcast, that I was telling the story. He said, did you make it clear that I did not think it was, I thought it was a scam, that I was street smart? I said, no, I actually verbatim said Nick also was getting fooled. He's like, Chelsea, I was telling you that it's got to be a scam. Stop messaging him. Stop messaging him. I was like, no, I think I said like that you did, actually. I'm like, that you wanted it more than me. Oh, okay, I found it.
Oh, wait, no, I actually didn't.
I found it.
Okay. What did it say?
I don't know what the thing above it said. If I said for gas. I think I said, because I don't know where I left off on the last one, that he was
like, you'll need to fuel my truck. You will fuel my truck. I literally, it was giving, you'll feel my wrath. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh, okay.
I should have known at that point, the verbiage. It's like when the scammers start getting very frustrated that you're not just like paying them. So I said something like, I'll pay you in cash when you get here. And then he said, I'm sorry, but I can't accept cash payments at the delivery location. Also, I need to fuel up my truck before I head over. And I was like, that's when I'm like, you can't even afford to fill up your own gas tank. Like, you have to have me pay for it right now.
No,
we got bigger fish to fry. Yeah. Than you delivering this bench to me. I'm so confused. Like, why do you have to have it before? I can easily repay you. I said, I'm feeling uncomfortable with paying you up front. This is when Nick's like, reply and say, you're a scammer. Goodbye. I'm like, no, I have this, like, there's a tiny bit of hope left. There's a tiny bit of hope left. I said, I'm feeling uncomfortable with paying you up front for the delivery since I already paid a delivery guy that won't even be dropping it off. And I'm out $60 there. I only feel comfortable paying cash when you get here since it's starting to feel like a scam. I hope you understand. I said, if it's not delivered by today at 6, I'm going to have to report this transaction on Facebook and to my bank. He said, I understand your concerns. I assure you this is a legitimate transaction. I'll fuel up the truck and head over to make the delivery. I was like, oh, sick. Okay, cool. He's coming. Like, a minute later, he said, he sends me his new Venmo account, by the way, different than the first time I sent him. Last 4-digit verification. That's my Venmo account. Once you make the payment, give me the info.
You just said you would come deliver it.
Yeah, he was just like, well, I think he was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll fuel it up. This is totally legitimate. I just need the money to fill up my gas tank. No. So then I reported him, and all the other benches I found that look similar are thousands of dollars. That one was $150. It was so beautiful, and people were like, the picture looks fake that I posted, but just know it didn't. Okay,
there was a picture of the bench.
Yeah,
you posted the bench.
Yeah, I posted a picture like, this is the bench.
Wait, I don't think I saw that.
I blocked out the like listing part, but I just posted a picture of the bench, and
all I saw was you were like, no bench.
Yeah. Well, then I posted about the bench like couples.
I don't think I saw that.
Yeah. But yeah, tragic. So I am out money, but it's fine. I'm more sad, honestly, about the bench, that it doesn't exist.
Also, I think, yes, it's very disheartening. Also, we've learned now a red flag is if it says that their Facebook account was created like this year.
2024.
Like, okay,
yeah.
this is so incredibly loud. Like,
So it's
there's
blowing our window.
no way people can't hear that, right? Sorry to everyone if you're hearing a freaking leaf blower.
Yeah, you can definitely
But
hear
sometimes Tyson will be like, oh, sorry about the motorcycles. I'm like, I can't even hear them.
that. Yeah.
When he's on his podcast.
I bet it's not that loud.
Hold on. We have to talk about Tyson's tooth for a second because that was absolutely unbelievable. He FaceTimed me at like 10 p.m. and I missed it. And I call him back like 5 minutes later. And when I'm calling him and like waiting for him to answer, I was doing a peace sign. Like I was just like this, waiting for him so that when he came on screen, I would be like doing a kissy face and a peace sign. And you know how when when you do certain things when you're FaceTiming someone, like if you do a thumbs up, it'll like have a little thumb pop up, or when you're doing a peace sign, balloons will go or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm doing a peace sign. So right when he answers, balloons, like it's like on my end, it's like balloons are going, and he has his hand over his mouth. And he just goes, I'm not in the mood for balloons. I'm like, oh, jeez. I was like, why? He just removes his hand and smiles at me. Toothless. One of his veneers has popped off and he has a nub.
Oh my gosh.
I screamed.
So funny.
I screamed. I said, you're kidding. And he's like, talk me off the ledge. And then the next day, he FaceTimed when we were about to record our podcast. And I thought he was just going to update me because I told him, like, okay, keep me updated. Like, he's supposed to go to the dentist in the morning. He already told the whole story on his podcast, which, have you listened to that episode?
No, I need to.
It's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
I want to watch it.
You have to watch it to see his facial expressions.
I need to watch it.
His veneer fell off while he was eating a Crunchwrap Supreme. And then it goes even just
I said, did you at least get it finished? He said it was the first bite.
Yeah. First bite, and he had also ordered like 4 tacos and he didn't get to eat any of them.
Oh no.
And
he was probably so hungry.
I know. And anyway, it just like kept getting worse and worse. So when he called us, the whole story is out there, so I'm not spoiling anything. But when he called us, he had just dropped his tooth down the drain. The veneer, it's literally $2,000. And he was trying to rinse it off because he was like, it literally had beef on it from the Crunchwrap Supreme. Yeah. So he tried to rinse it off for 2 seconds and it went down.
He said he put it in his hand and like clenched his fist like this. As soon as the water went, it just popped out the side.
So he had to go to the hardware store, toothless. He had to go to the hardware store and get a wrench and take apart his sink. And
so funny.
I probably was not. I was telling him, I'm like, please record it. Like, please record you doing this. He's like, JC, I'm at the lowest point of my life. He gets so serious. He's like, I'm at the lowest point of my life. I'm not recording it. I'm like, okay. I just thought it would make great content. I'm always trying to help you monetize.
And it did.
But, oh my gosh, that was, I mean, a nightmare for him. But one of the funniest story times on his podcast that I've ever seen. He was cracking me up. And we were getting real-time updates. Everything is good. He got the veneer back. Everything looks great. But what a roller coaster that was.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
Okay, let's read a few more of these before we end.
When I was in high school, my boyfriend at the time broke up with me, and I was so heartbroken. A couple days after the breakup, I remembered that I had his Facebook password. This was back when Facebook was really popular. So, of course, I had to log in and do some snooping. Well, when I went through his messages, I found messages from my best friend calling him babe and making plans to hang out. Some of the messages were even from when we were still together. So I immediately posted the receipts to his Facebook timeline and a debrief of the situation so that all of his family and friends could see what a-holes they both were.
I just had a memory unlocked that I kind of did that.
Where?
Who? I remember I had my boyfriend's Facebook password and we broke up and it had been a few weeks and he was like, literally kind of same situation. He was like now dating my friend and I was like, cool. Yeah. And I had his Facebook password. So I went in and I could see their messages. And I literally, it was like dagger to my heart. They weren't like calling each other babe, but they were like making plans and flirting and stuff. And I was like, I'm gonna kill myself, actually.
No, that's evil.
And I got him back.
Yeah, it's evil to do to you
As if
him,
that's a flex,
but
by the
to
way.
you.
I'm like, and he wanted me. Literally broke up with me, got with my best friend. I still took him back when I'm
and
the
then
idiot.
I won.
I'm like, I won in the end. Yeah.
I'm screaming when
What
you're
a
not even
catch.
together.
Literally. Not a flex at all.
I'm screaming.
But I do remember that.
That
I
is
remember
bad.
snooping because I'm like, I have your password and I know this situation is. You know what's actually diabolical though?
What?
Is that they posted on like Instagram and Facebook together. Do you remember that?
Posted what? Like a
I
photo
don't know,
of
just
them?
like a photo of them together.
Oh yeah, I
And
do
I'm like,
remember
really?
that. Yeah, I do remember
We
that.
literally broke up a freaking week ago.
Yeah.
And we had dated for
do
like
remember
years.
that. High school gets so messy like that, and I think college because your pool is the same and that happens all the time. It's like you can't just it's even crazier when that happens in real life because like, okay, there's a whole world.
Yeah.
But it happens so much in high school and college because you're in the same pool. There's only so many people
to date and
to date that you
hang
see
out.
every day. So it's like heartbreak everywhere.
Yes.
And it's messed.
I remember I was like
Pissed.
heartbroken and pissed about
Yeah.
that.
No.
I still, oh my gosh, I think we've told that on the podcast before that our friends tried to get, because it was me and one of my best friends.
my other friend.
And Chelsea and one of our other friends tried to get us,
Tried
the
to-
other girl to like mend our relationship.
Yeah, it was giving like Vanderpump Rules. We're like, let's get these two girls who are fighting like to make up. And we really thought that was a good idea. Me and this other friend really were like, this is going to be so good. They're going to make up. Everything's going to be fine.
Did we end though kind of making up? I don't remember.
Absolutely
Wait,
not.
really? I remember that I remember that there was like kind of this weird like,
you
competition.
ate and you left. And it was just us three. We were like, okay, that went horribly.
I thought that at the end of it, because we ended up not,
I mean,
like me and the girl in
kind of.
general.
Yeah.
We didn't end up like hating
No, in the
each
long
other.
run.
In the
no.
long run. That day
by the pool. No. Like you came in, you were like,
I have no memories.
You don't remember it?
I vaguely remember like, I just remember that I wasn't like, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I remember being like, what do you expect me to act normal when literally you've been my best friend and I've dated this kid for 2 years and we just broke up last week and now you're dating him?
And she was saying like I asked you and you're like, and I said it would hurt my feelings. So.
Oh, because she had said like,
what she was like, but I had asked you like, what else am I supposed to do if I like him? Like I'd asked you if it was okay, if that would hurt your feelings. And you were like, and I said, yes, it would hurt my feelings.
Yes.
And then I don't remember what else was said because then me and the other friend started feeling so awkward and we're immediate regret. We were just like, what is happening? Why did we do this? Why did we think this was going to be a good idea? Like, this is not good. So we were kind of like sitting back and letting you guys talk. And then whatever happened, it wasn't like, oh, hugs, see ya. You were like, and that's what she said.
And that's what I said. And that's what we said.
And I remember you left.
I really wish I had a better memory.
Not like you stormed out, but it was like, I said my piece, goodbye.
Yeah. Please.
And she may or may not have been crying.
Shut up. Wait, I feel sad.
No, it was just like, I think it was just why would we make you guys talk? She was like, she liked your ex-boyfriend. She was dating him. You're hurt. Let's just not get you guys in the same room. It's not necessarily that was so bad because that happens. Like I was saying, in high school, it wasn't like the worst thing ever, but it's obviously going to hurt you extremely bad.
Yeah.
And she's obviously feeling bad and she made her decision, so she needs to stand by it. You know what I mean? But like, let's not try and make you guys friends.
No, not in that moment.
No, and I think she wasn't crying because you're mean. I think she was crying because she felt bad. But I don't really remember honestly what else happened because we just were like, okay, let's all go home. That was horrible.
Tries to set up an intervention.
Yeah.
I have vague memories, but I wish I could remember exactly what transpired. I do remember that it was just it's so much more dramatic.
If you're listening, you know who you are. Yeah. But she has literally always been like, I feel so bad for the rest of her life. She's like, I feel so bad about doing that. It was so stupid. Like looking back now, yeah. She's like, I know that she probably doesn't care, but as in you.
Yeah.
But she's always like, I feel so bad for that. Like,
Aw.
why did I do that?
It's okay. I love you, queen. No
and,
hard
and
feelings.
that's when I said we've all been pick-me's.
Yes, 100%.
We've all done things like that.
100%.
Yeah.
You look back also and it's like, it's just not the end of the world.
In the moment, it's so important.
Yes.
But,
In the moment, you just think it is life or death, but it's really not that deep.
No, not at all.
That is hilarious.
I know, so
oh my
funny.
gosh. High school drama. Okay, I'm going to read one more. More of a clapback than revenge. I'm 26 and have been single since high school. To my religious extended family, I'm basically a spinster and get comments about it all the time.
What's
a spinster? Googling.
Both of us. Okay, you can Google it.
What is a spinster?
Like,
An unmarried woman, typically an older woman beyond the usual age for marriage. Okay, so basically,
I'm like, so are you?
no, she's 26 and she's saying to her religious extended family, they're like, why are you not married yet?
Yeah, gotcha.
So she said she gets comments about it all the time. A cousin I have not seen or spoken to in literally 12 years comes up to me at a family reunion and asks when I'm going to get married. Whatever happened to, hello, how are you? I knew she was having troubles in her marriage, so I replied, when I'm ready to settle for a boring life and have marriage troubles. I saw tears in her eyes as she walked away, and then I felt bad. What an insane conversation opener. I fear you ate with that.
Yeah. Oh, I feel bad for
even
her,
though it's so mean. Because for real, what happened to hello, how are you?
Yeah. Like, let's not start with that.
And what happened to hello when my cousin said, why are you immodest at my last Thanksgiving? Actually, it was like 5 years ago. I always tell that story.
Yeah.
It cracks me
Why
up.
are you immodest?
Literally, you guys, 2 inches of my...
You know what? Why?
No, I'm like, and that is what started my spiral. Yeah. No, 2 inches of my shoulder showing. I'm not exaggerating. An opening like this. Not even a tank top.
Oh, wow.
Why are you immodest?
The cutouts really.
The cutouts get people.
Yeah.
I'm
it's
like,
very suggestive.
Oh. I said, I don't really think this is immodest. Oh.
I'm screaming. Okay, this is my last one.
Okay.
This just happened last week, but I giggle every time I remember. My mom brought home these 2 lawn chairs. They're really cute, but just such a random purchase for her since we don't need them. When I asked her why she bought them, she said that she and another lady were looking at them. There were 3 chairs left and they were being discontinued. Randomly, the other lady said something sassy to my mom. The lady then grabbed one of the chairs, put it in her cart, and was going back to grab the second one. Before she could grab the second, my mom grabbed the last 2, put them in her cart, and left to check out. She said she bought them because she didn't want the lady to have both. That actually is perfect because there's nothing annoying than like wanting a pair of something and you can only find one.
That's hilarious. That is so petty.
That's so petty.
I'm obsessed with that.
That's perfect.
Because it's not harming them. Again,
No.
it's just annoying.
Yeah. And it's a little bit of karma in the moment.
That is so
like, don't mess
funny.
with me or I will do this.
Oh my gosh.
So good.
That's hilarious. I have my shoes on the couch, guys.
Don't
Are you
get
worried?
triggered.
Trigger warning. If you guys want to watch us on YouTube, please follow our YouTube channel. It's called What We Said Podcast. Super easy to find. You can also follow us on Instagram. We post for these little write-ins and stuff on there if you guys want to be involved in any of our episodes. And we're starting to post more clips on TikTok and stuff too. So just follow us anywhere. It's just What We Said or What We Said Podcast. We really, really appreciate it. If you're feeling so extra caring and generous and loving during this thankful season of fall, we would love if you would leave us a 5-star rating and review on the Apple Podcast app, on the Spotify app. It's super easy and it means the world to us. We love you guys so, so much. And that's what we said. Goodbye.
Bye.